Am I the a-hole for calling off my wedding after discovering my fiance has a secret child? Ooh, I think a child's pretty much a deal breaker, right? A secret love child. I've been with my fiance, Heisenberg. He's a Breaking Bad fan, and Heisenberg's a character, for 5 years, and we've spent the whole 2024 planning for our wedding. Weddings are huge and pretty expensive, right? Things were perfect, or so I thought. After the new year, while helping him clean out his office, I stumbled upon a stack of old letters addressed to him. I was so curious, so I opened one and discovered they were from a woman claiming he was the father of her 7-year-old son. Yikes. First, I thought it had to be a mistake. When I confronted him, he admitted everything, that he'd had a brief relationship with this woman before we met and the child is his. He confessed that he's known about the son for years, but chose not to tell me because he didn't want to complicate our relationship. All right. He also claimed he occasionally provides financial support, but has no active involvement in this child's life. So he's basically an absentee father. I was devastated. Yeah, talk about not wanting to complicate things. Not only did he keep such a massive secret, but his lack of involvement in his child's life made me question his character. Exactly my point. I couldn't stop imagining what else he might be hiding. Despite loving him deeply, I've decided to call off the wedding. I feel betrayed, and I can't imagine building a life with someone who would keep something so significant from me, right? He's begging me to reconsider, saying he's ready to be open about everything and involve his child in our lives. Too little too late, buddy. Still, I can't shake the feeling that trust is broken beyond repair. Am I the a-hole for calling off the wedding? Or should I give him another chance? What do you think? I think it's pretty much done. This relationship is toast. You can't. That's huge. I think an illegitimate love child is up there with cheating, I would say. Let's see the comments. Not the a-hole girl hiding a whole kid for years. That's a huge red flag. Massive. If he kept this secret, who knows what else he's hiding? Trust is everything, and he broke it. You deserve better. NTA. Your fiance has been lying to you every day throughout your entire relationship. Not to mention, he is a deadbeat. Be glad to rid yourself of such trash. All right, let's move on to story number 2. Am I the a-hole for telling my husband that I don't want to be a single mom of 3 kids? So my husband, 42 male, and me, 31 female, have been married for 12 years. We have 2 kids, 8 male and 4 female, a boy and a girl. Our marriage is not great. His mother and sister often give unsolicited advice on my parenting, our marriage, and life in general. Sounds like everybody loves Raymond. It is better in the last few months since I sat down my husband multiple times. We talked, and this time he listened. So they backed off. Not completely, but it is better. In the last few weeks, husband started mentioning having a 3rd child, which fills me with dread. I love children, always wanted a big family, but it would be too much. I cook, clean, take care of kids, and work part-time from home. He doesn't really help with house, which I'm fine, nor with kids, which is a problem. She's okay that he doesn't help around the house, but she's not okay that he's not helping out with the kids and that he wants another one. I changed all diapers, woke up at night. I take care of fevers, doctor appointments, school, play dates, everything. Mere thought of now going through another pregnancy, then taking care of a baby makes me want to cry. I feel her. I know I would have to do it all practically alone because my husband provides and women have been doing it for centuries. I should pull my weight and not be spoiled. Ooh, he's actually said that? Yikes, red flag. It all culminated last night after another of his "I take great care of you and kids and we should have a 3rd" monologues. I snapped. I told him that he really doesn't. Good for you, girl. That kids barely know him. When he comes home from work, he doesn't pay attention to them except to snap on our daughter when she is too loud. He doesn't know anything about our days because he doesn't ask, and I stopped telling him because he wasn't listening anyways. Wow, really sounds like an a-hole. He's not a great father nor husband, as he likes to preach, and I have no desire to be a single mom of a 3rd child. 2 are quite enough. Thank you. He stared at me dumbfounded and then called me a C-word, delusional and ungrateful, then stormed out to his mother's house. So am I the a-hole? Definitely not. Your husband is the a-hole. He's the spoiled little brat that runs to his mommy's house when things go tough or when he hears the truth. NTA, tell him you already have a 3rd child. Him. Exactly. Definitely an NTA. I do wonder why you stay with him though. Story number 4. I'm a 19-year-old guy, sacrificed my well-being for my girlfriend. I need help. I know this is damn pathetic, but I feel so lost. The story goes, I got into my first relationship with my classmate, 18-year-old female, 4 months ago. For the first 2 months, everything was great, honeymoon phase, I suppose. And after that 2 months, she started being cold, slower replies, not wanting to do anything with me, not wanting me close to her. But when I asked, she just said that she was irritated, etc. This started to make me anxious. I started giving more and got less. Got to a point where I actually started having problems with blood pressure and intense chest pain and headaches. I knew it was because no matter what I tried, I couldn't save anything, but I tried regardless. Now, after spending the New Year Eve with her and her friend, which meant that I was alone mostly, and when we slept in the same bed, she just stayed in the other corner of the bed. Was it too much to ask to be held? To be reassured, to feel loved as a man, to feel wanted and appreciated? It broke me. I lost 6 kgs, that's like 12 pounds, past month. I gave up and I know I have to break up with her. But after I asked for space, the next day she texted me saying she's worried and all. Seems like she's playing the push and pull game. I can't do this anymore. Just what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to act? How am I supposed to feel right again? Please just help. I'm desperate to feel anything anymore, as pathetic as it sounds. Before we continue, my advice to this young man, if I had him in front of me, would be to tell him, look, she's obviously distant, so something's up, something's going on. Either she may be seeing somebody else and she's stringing you along, or she's just emotionally unavailable, or something's going on deeper than that. Have a conversation with her. Try to get to the bottom of this, but at the same time, just realize you're young. I'm assuming you are 18 or 19 as well. And just realize it's not worth it at this age. You should be excited about maybe university or college and full of life and not being emotionally drained by a girlfriend or boyfriend. There will be others. There will be more heartbreak. There will be more love. Just don't get hung up on this. That's what I would say to you. Edit, I've read like 90% of the comments. Trust me, I know I'm a fool. Also, I talked to her. She says she doesn't understand what's going on either. She asked me to wait until she talks to our school psychologist. Okay, so there may be more like emotional stuff going on. I said, okay, but if things don't change, I'm out. She agreed. So some people sometimes are in situations where they're not capable to give what we are expecting of them, and that's totally fine. I firmly believe that this is a rational decision. I support that. She is definitely an avoidant, I know that much. The question is if she can get better or not. I would say just move on, man. Seriously, thanks for all the comments and support, even that really tough and harsh ones. I'm gonna do now is wait like a week or two. I've been going to the school psychologist for a while, and she will go to the same one. I'm gonna ask her opinion, not to hurt her. B, if she shows up, etc., etc. Let's see what the comments are saying. Never set yourself on fire to warm others. Mike drop. That's a beautiful quote. I want to like steal this. Never set yourself on fire to warm others. Beautiful quote. Dude, she's no longer in this relationship. You shouldn't be either. Don't ask for space. You should just break out. It's interesting how as soon as you push back a little bit, she came running, right? And asking, oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? Walk away. This can happen at any stage of a relationship, 4 months or 40 years. Interesting. This can happen in a marriage as well. Brother, this is a 4-month-long relationship. And for half of that 2 months, she's been giving you the cold shoulder. She's definitely not interested and doesn't know how to break it to you. The way you talk about it sounds a little obsessive and dependent on this person. I agree, especially considering how short of a time you spent together. Plot twist. This is a school psychologist. You should do some self-reflection and see if you can understand why I say that. I know you're young and this is new and important to you, so it hurts and it feels painful. Love hurts. Been there, of course. But as an important thing to learn in life is that when a woman wants you, she'll let you know. When she doesn't want you, she won't always let you know clearly. So you have to pay attention to behavior. Back off, leave her alone, and she might come around. If not, it's not meant to be, etc. Exactly. Am I the a-hole for not bringing my wallet to dinner with my friend to teach her a lesson? Last night, I, 20-year-old female, went to dinner with a close friend and decided to leave my wallet at home. Interesting. She has a habit of forgetting hers when we go out, leaving me to foot the bill. I thought this time, if she conveniently forgot again, I might finally push her to take responsibility. I felt like I was being taken advantage of, and I was completely fed up. Seems like this is not a very good friend at all, and this is just somebody that gets taken advantage of. As expected, when the check came, she patted her pockets, rummaged through her purse, and said, "Oh my God, I forgot my wallet." Like, totally didn't mean to do that. Where the heck is it? It's the same song and dance every time. I simply responded, me too. It was really awkward. She looked at me with the most disgusted expression I've ever seen. Oh my. But then I could tell she started to panic. She was upset with me for putting her on the spot. Let's get the world's smallest violin in here. But I was frustrated by her repeated behavior. She told me I was a horrible person for publicly humiliating her. The gall, the audacity. Are you not entertained? I didn't think it was fair to keep covering for her without saying anything. She was able to use Apple Pay, thankfully, and I could tell she was embarrassed. So, am I the a-hole for leaving my wallet behind to make a point? Or was it a necessary step to address an ongoing problem without confrontation? Edit, if you don't have anything polite or productive to say, then please keep scrolling. I'm autistic and have been very confused by this whole situation with this person I thought was my friend. Think again. I thought it would be a good idea to get some opinions from other people, but I feel like I'm being made out to be a complete idiot. Also, stop sending me DMs telling me that yeah, that's not nice. For those of you that have taken the time to comment and done so in a polite manner, I thank you. Poor girl. She was able to use Apple Pay, so she had a phone with her, had means to pay, so how is this an issue and humiliating or embarrassing for her? I'd be asking if she had her wallet with her before I even sat down, and if she did the whole, oh no, I forgot the wallet thing, I'd just walk out and leave. NTA, but why are you friends with her? Exactly. If she had the ability to pay a different way, then why didn't she use it all those other times? Just stop going to eat with her. Exactly my point. This next story is pretty funny. Am I the a-hole for installing a lock on my fridge to stop my roommate from stress eating my food? So I, 30-year-old female, live with my roommate Sarah, 29, female, who has this habit of eating everything in the fridge, whether it's hers or not. Yikes. She always says it's because she's stressed and swears she'll replace it, but my groceries vanish faster than a dating app match after mentioning kids. The last straw was when she ate my emotional support tiramisu. Ooh. For context, I spent hours making this tiramisu after a rough week at work. It was my therapy in a dessert. Sarah ate the whole thing without asking and left a note on the empty dish that said, sorry, PMS sucks. I owe you. That was it. I lost it. I ordered a lock for the fridge for my food and moved everything into it. Now Sarah's furious and entitled, saying I've ruined the vibe of the apartment and that I'm passive aggressive for locking her out of the shared fridge. She even tried to rally other roommates against me. Spoiler, they also hide their snacks from her. Am I the a-hole for locking up my food, or is Sarah just mad she can't steal my serotonin anymore? Updates. There is a temporary lock on the fridge while we figure out a solution. We have no proof to go to the cops. We have receipts from the last 6 months of grocery bills, and she claims that she could have been on those grocery runs. She also took the broken lock from my roommate. We've lived with Sarah for around 6 years now. She was one of the core girls in our group, and this has only started in the last 14 months. So we care about her as a person, but this behavior can't continue. I agree. She only recently started saying that it's because we make more money than her and that it's only fair we share since we've been friends for so long. How's that only fair? I really don't think so. We've gone to the landlord for the theft. He claims that we just need to work it out and don't really have a leg to stand on. We also use a paying portal with him where we automatically split the rent 4 ways. As for buying a fridge, we already bought 2 $400 coolers and that still didn't work. Why should we pay for an additional few hundred for a fridge, and our electric bills would be insane? We cannot break the lease. We would lose our $4,800 security deposit, and we need to pay $9.8K for 60 days of rent until they find new tenants, and we can't live there during the 60 days. Sounds pretty draconian. Her parents are crazy strict and abusive and feel bad for going to her parents. Oh, yeah. So you need to cut Sarah off. NTA, if I made tiramisu from scratch after a hard week and someone ate all of it without asking and then left a note on the empty dish blaming PMS, their life would be in danger, LOL. Agreed. NTA, if Sarah is stealing everyone's food, you need to have a house meeting and everyone bar Sarah decides on a solution. Also, she's going into your rooms to steal food. That should be an immediate eviction as far as I'm concerned.